Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
We're going to kick this off with Aaron in Dallas, Texas. Aaron, tell us about your stupid tax.
Okay. Well, I was working downtown Dallas, and I started making some real money, and so I decided I needed this designer Prada handbag, and I'm not a flashy person, so I don't know why I decided I needed this handbag. But I bought it, $3,800.
Ooh-wee.
And yes, it was a beautiful purse.
I bet it better be for $3,800.
But I learned quickly that I didn't enjoy carrying it. I was too paranoid to mess it up all the time. I was worried it would get stolen. I wouldn't take it to the restroom, and like if I was out to eat and I had to go to the bathroom, I didn't like putting it on the floor, on the counter, and one time it was raining outside at work, and I spent about a half hour covering it in those plastic grocery bags.
Oh, my gosh. Yes.
So it wouldn't get wet. And I finally realized I didn't like it that so much. So I sold it a year later for $350 on a buy-sell page.
A year later.
Yes.
That thing depreciated by 90%. Is that were you just desperate, or is that the going rate for a 1-year-old product bag?
It was a buy-sell page, so I guess that was market speaking.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Designer bag.
Well, now I know where to get a designer bag for my wife. I'm going to go on one of those pages. Just a year old, honey. It's barely used. It's been covered in a Walmart sack for the last year because Aaron was scared.
Well, honestly, it's going for $500, the same bag going for $500 on the same buy-sell page now, and I still like it, so I kind of thought about buying it again.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Now you're like, I feel better buying it for $500.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. So what purse do you have now? What's your go-to bag?
I don't even carry a purse. I just carry my wallet in my hand.
Wow.
I know, that's right.
Which wallet is it?
Is
it fancy?
Brighton? No. Brighton, like the mall store.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
That is so funny. Do you know what that reminds me of, Aaron? That episode of Friends where Monica wants those boots so bad, and she finally gets them, and they hurt her feet. Her feet are like bleeding, and then she has to return them. Oh, gosh.
Ouch. Are you married, Aaron?
I was at the time, yes.
What did your spouse think about this?
Was
this a conversation, or was this just like, I'm doing this?
Well, he was in the military, and he was deployed at the time, so I don't really remember asking.
Oh.
But
Did this go on a credit card?
No, I wrote a check for it.
That's good, at least.
Good old check.
There's the silver lining.
At least it wasn't $3,800 with 22% APR.
Yes.
Added pain and regret.
Oh, my goodness. Well, are you doing well now?
I did learn a valuable lesson. Sometimes it's just not worth it when you have something you're worried about messing up all the time.
Yes.
That's a very good point.
When you buy that really nice luxury car and then you're parking it a mile away in the parking lot because you're scared someone's going to ding your door, I'm like, was this really worth it for this level of emotional paranoia and stress?
Look, I feel that way with kids. Like, sometimes I see people with brand new cars and they have like 2 and 3 and 4-year-olds. I'm like, these kids are destroying the inside of this car.
Covered in sauce. And
they kick the back of the seat.
Oh, yeah. Now you got to get a kick protector, I found out.
It's
just
not
to protect
enough.
that. Aaron, stuff has a cost. And my friends, the minimalists, they talk about this stuff a lot of like, it's not just a financial cost. It's the emotional cost, the mental cost, your time cost. And so thank you for being brave and sharing that with us.
That was good.
Yes, well, it's good to talk to you guys. I listen every day.
Thank you. Well, hopefully we can steer you away from buying $4,000 bags that will haunt you. And again, let me make it clear, there's nothing wrong.
No.
Like, people think we're anti $4,000 bags. If you make $1 million a year and you're paying cash and that's something you value, and you're not trying to just impress
You think
people
you got to
don't
make
like.
$1 million a year to have a $4,000
No, because
bag?
I know Jade probably has. You probably have sneakers that are have more than my retirement account.
That could be true, but not bags.
Okay. Here's the thing. I don't know anything about sneakers, and then I'll see in the YouTube comments like, oh, Jade's got those Travis Scott friends and family. I'm like, I don't know what they're saying. And then they're like, those are $1,000 sneakers. And I'm like, Jade is walking on pavement in the, like, why I couldn't wear those out.
You know what? I will say, in the live like no one else so later you can live like no one else, my thing is sneakers. Like, everybody has their things. I don't care about like bags or jewelry. Like, some people like diamond jewelry. I like costume jewelry, but I love sneakers and I'll pay cash for them. And yeah, no stupid tax on that.
That's fair. Well,
if I was in debt, it would be stupid tax, and I'd be like her, like trying to cover them up and like walk without creasing them, and that whole, although I do still try to walk without creasing them, but still.
Oh, that would stress me out.
Listen, when you sit in a stool and it's like your feet want to like, I have to sit like with my feet straight so they don't crease.
That's too much stress for me. But you know what? The guys they're not guilt-free in this category. A lot of guys, if it's not the truck, it's the sports, it's the hobbies, it's the golf, it's
what's your thing, George?
For me, it was gear and technology. So from a music world and from a technology world, I could justify every single camera purchase. One time on a whim, I bought like every GoPro accessory money could buy, along with the GoPro, the latest Hero 8 or whatever it was. I spent hundreds of dollars on this. I can count on 0 fingers how many times I used my GoPro. I thought I was going to be some kind of like action adventure hero, going mountain biking with my GoPro.
Yeah.
I don't leave the house, Jade. I don't know what I was thinking.
I could be like that with like kitchen equipment. Like you're like, ooh, if I had the juicer that has the attachment that does this, I'll become one of those people that makes ginger shots.
That's what it is. I'm an aspirational shopper.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I get the Vitamix, I'll start to enjoy smoothies.
Yeah.
I will like kale more.
Yeah.
And if I buy the right equipment, if I bought a Canon 7D because I thought I'm going to be this big, videographer, photographer. It has been collecting dust, and I have too much shame to sell it because I know for whatever I sell it for, it will be cents on the dollar for what I paid for it. And so I think there's
keep it on the old shelf.
Yeah. And guys can do that all the time. So I'm going to share a few stupid tax stories submitted from our listeners.
Okay.
Crystal said, I financed a Botox treatment with a 6-month no-interest deal, quote unquote. The Botox wore off before I made my first payment.
Oh, man.
Her face unfroze just in time for her to go, oh, crap.
That's right.
I got to pay for this now.
Woo. That's nuts.
Amanda in Australia, I used the equity in my home to up my 30-year mortgage to buy a brand new Jeep Wrangler worth $50,000 while making $40,000 a year.
Ooh.
That one takes your breath away a little bit.
I kind of know about that. Wait, let me share mine then.
Okay.
Because we had a paid-for Jeep Cherokee, and we're like, yes, we finally paid it off. Most people would be excited and to have their money back in their pocket. We were like, paid off our car. Let's go finance a $35,000 Hummer and pay $435 a month.
You were a Hummer family.
We were a Hummer.
Wouldn't take you for a Hummer
duo.
fan.
Yeah.
Wow. Those were hot for a while.
They were. Listen,
you don't see them on the road now.
They're coming out again, and
Really?
Mama wants one.
Are they electric or something? Do they make coffee? What's so
they're
special?
They're not electric, but they're less gas guzzly.
That's comforting.
I want to come back and do it the right way.
Thank you for that. All right. Pamela said, I got scammed out of $300 on Facebook by a friend, quote unquote. It wasn't actually my friend. Keep in mind, we are baby step 7, both finance majors, and yet we found a deal on a car too good to be true and immediately sent a deposit after a short conversation with said friend on Facebook Messenger. Oi.
Uh-oh.
I've been scammed before and it hurt.
The Nigerian prince.
Well, it wasn't a prince, but it is funny. And here's what's funny is this went on TikTok and went viral. And everyone from Nigeria was like, I can't believe this guy is dogging Nigeria. And I was like, this is just where he had me send the shoes. So I was on Craigslist posting some Nike Dunks I had.
Yes.
And I thought, I'm going to be a Dunks guy. Could not rock the Dunks. Sold them on Craigslist. This guy says, hey, these are a gift from my cousin in Nigeria. I went, what a kind gift. He said, I'm going to pay you right now for shipping. I'll pay beyond what it costs. Red flag number 4.
True that.
And so I thought I got an email from PayPal with the confirmation of payment. And so I just went ahead and shipped them. Mm-hmm. Turns out that PayPal was not, in fact.
That was fake.
It was not a real email from PayPal. The money never actually hit my PayPal account.
That's sophisticated.
And I was just an 18-year-old knucklehead. And so good news is 6 months later, I got a box back to my house that said return to sender.
Oh.
Address not found. So I was only out the cost to ship.
There you go.
A small stupid tax.
No weapon formed.
That's right. We've got Jenny on the line in Fayetteville, North Carolina, who is brave and willing to share her stupid tax story. What's going on, Jenny?
Hey there, guys. How are you?
We're doing well. Please share. I'm so excited about this.
So my stupid tax story starts at the beginning of COVID, March 2020. I'm self-employed, as is my husband, and this was before Dave, so we borrowed money at every chance we got. So our business banker loved us, right? 10 days after everything started to happen, he sent us an email and said, hey, we want to offer you this great loan, $50,000, unsecured, low rate, no payments. We were like, yes, that's awesome, because we were really worried about the revenue stream over the next couple of months. We didn't really know what was going to happen. So we took out this loan that we didn't need, but just because we didn't have sufficient savings, we thought we, should do it. We thought it was a good idea. Like I said, this was before Dave. Well, fast forward a year, and we had taken financial peace by then, and we were deep in the heart of baby step 2. And that's when we really realized, what did we do this for? It's ridiculous. So that $50,000 debt went in our baby step 2. We put it in the debt snowball. And I figure when it was all said and done, the interest that accrued over the year with no payments, and the payments that we did have to make, it probably cost us about $3,000.
Yikes.
So what did you do with the 50?
And looking back now, out of it, we're baby step 7. We don't owe anybody anything. And I can't believe I ever thought that was smart.
Well, in a moment of panic and fear, you tend to make some pretty stupid decisions.
That is
and,
true.
Absolutely.
COVID,
and
I think a lot of people did that.
I took that loan out of pure fear, and I was using debt as my emergency fund, but I will never do that again.
Yikes.
Lesson learned.
So 50 grand shows up in your bank account. What do you do with
Yep,
that?
they made me take the money. They didn't just give me a line of credit to use as needed. They wanted me to take it so they could get interest ASAP.
Did you
Oh, my
actually use it
goodness.
to cover the business, or did it become sort of a lifestyle spending fund?
Well, honestly, George, I didn't even really ever need it. I'm more in real estate, and real estate was booming.
That's right.
My husband's in a different industry that really relies on large gatherings like festivals and weddings, so we were really worried about his situation, but he's smart. He was able to pivot and figure it out. So
Wow.
we
Well,
didn't even need it. That's the cherry on top.
Yeah.
We didn't need the money, but it cost us $3,000 to have it in our account.
Are you still friends with the business banker?
Yeah, we're still friends.
Okay. Maybe
He's just
limit
not
that
loaning you money
relationship.
anymore.
Yeah. Send him a Christmas card once a year, but maybe don't answer his emails when it comes to loans. Thank you for sharing that story, Jenny. That's a fun one.
Hey, you know what that reminds me of, George? Kind of during the same time COVID, remember with student loans, it was like, Biden's going to forgive your student loans.
Oh, yes.
So get a refund on the payments that you made
was like
during
an
COVID.
advance.
Yeah. People were getting those advance refunds on the payments that they made. Like people who had literally paid off their student loans got refunds on their payments and went back into debt thinking Biden's going to forgive X amount and I'll get that money back.
If you had paid your balance to zero and you made $20,000 in payments, the student loan company would bring your balance back to $20K, as if you went back into $20,000 of debt.
That's right.
They went, good luck, the government will take care of you. Oh, that was a scary time.
Yes.
A lot of bad decisions
And a lot
were
of
made.
people spent the money that they got back, and then Biden never forgave the student loans, and then they were on the hook again to pay off the $20,000 or the $7,000 or whatever it is again.
Brutal.
That was a big old stupid tax. I know a lot of y'all paid that. I feel bad for you.
All right, I'm going to share a listener story here from Vincent about his stupid tax. My wife had this, quote, amazing idea of starting a hobby farm, so we moved from the city to a rural area. Over $5,000 later, I'm standing in the rain getting kicked in the face trying to milk a goat, and I'm chasing foxes trying to eat the chickens.
Oh, man.
No milk and very few eggs, and neither of us had the courage to do what had to be done for chicken meat, if you know what I mean. Oh, boy. That was like the worst.
Wow.
The worst children's story ever right there. Yeah, that is true. A lot of people are like, I'm going to be a homesteader. We're going to move and live off the fat of the land. And then you realize how difficult it is.
Yeah. Or
to
like
become from a city slicker to the farm boy. That's a big jump.
to just up and start a farm. Remember when eggs were so expensive and people were trying to buy chickens?
Yeah. Well, John Deloney famously had some chickens. And I think they started getting attacked by some coyotes, and so he ended the chicken coop situation.
Yeah.
Not worth. And eggs aren't that expensive now. We've come back down to reality.
Yeah. But what you said about Jenny is true, and about so many of us, when we get in the state of fear, eggs are getting expensive. You go to like these crazy extremes, or
Buy
like
a chicken coop for $4,000.
Take out a $50,000 loan. It's like your brain it's definitely a temporary moment of insanity.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Well, we always say no one makes good decisions when they're panicked or drunk.
That's right.
And some people were both during the pandemic.
I know that's right.
Okay, here's a fun one from Olivia. Buckle in. My mom is paying stupid tax and has been for about 15 semesters of college. My brother's 26, is a full-time college student working towards a bachelor's. To be clear, he has no degree so far and has been attending college, quote, full-time since fall of 2015 after he graduated from high school in May of 2015. He has been academically dismissed from an out-of-state college and is now attending an in-state university where my mom pays for all of his bills, and recently bought him a new truck after he totaled my mom's 20-year-old Corvette. Every semester, when it's time to pay tuition, she hands him her debit card and has never officially seen his grades. Oh, boy. Every semester, he has a new, quote, graduation expectation date that's typically 6 months to a year out, and when that time comes, he has another excuse about why he's not graduating, And my mother continues to fund this lifestyle and never hold him accountable, all while financially supporting him 110%. Don't be my mom, people. Set goals and expectations with your kids. Require some aspect of responsibility and accountability, and don't blindly pay for things without seeing the bill for yourself.
Woo-wee.
Ouch. It sounds like mom is happy to pay the stupid tax bill for her little boy.
Yikes. Well,
What is it? What? Come on now. Now, Dave has a fun rule. He said, I will pay for college, but the requirement is you finish in 4 years.
I like
If
that.
you don't, it's on you.
Yeah, you're on the hook for the rest. That's
I
fair
like
enough.
that mentality because that
like it.
encourages you to go, I better finish in 4 years. Because Homeboy's been going on many, many years, and he's just having a good time out there partying on
Oh,
mom's
my
dime
gosh.
and now driving a brand new truck. All thanks to mom being an enabler and having
Listen.
zero boundaries.
That stupid tax remains to be seen, but it'll come out in the wash. Trust and believe.
Whew, that bill must be paid eventually. And if that means mom can't retire, that's going to be on her. We've
That's
seen
what I'm
that story,
saying.
Jade, where parents are like, I signed up for the Parent Plus loan because I thought I was being a good parent by taking on the loan for my kid. And by the way, if you're taking on a Parent Plus loan, it's because the student loan company, who is scummy as all get out, doesn't even trust your little kid to pay back the money. So they go, we don't trust you. You need a co-signer.
And the crazy thing is when parents who already have their own student loans that they're paying back then turn around and take out Parent Plus loans.
Which
so
have a
now
higher
they've got
interest rate.
their loan plus their kids' loans on their back. And since they're older, they have less time to pay it all off before they retire. So it's just...
And they go, well,
not
I
good.
thought little Johnny was going to pay, and I just took it out in my name. But, he said he was going to
Yeah.
pay, and all of a sudden Johnny goes, this ain't legally my debt.
Yeah, that's on you, bro.
It's on you, mom and dad. You signed up for this because we had a call the other day. This guy went $270,000 into student loan debt for a computer science degree, and now is making $50 working cybersecurity.
Yikes.
And I'm like, what made you think this was a good idea? That this was even going to ROI?
That's
so a
the
lot of
thing.
poor decisions being made out there, and colleges are happy to take your money to raise the tuition because they know y'all are going to go out and take as many student loans as it takes
That's
to fund
right.
it.
Yeah, in the moment, it always sounds like a good idea because it's getting you what you want in the moment. Whether it's I want to feel like I want this anxiety to go away, I want to feel like I have money, I want to feel like I'm getting the degree, like whatever it is, we want it in the moment. And whatever solution presents us getting fastest, we kind of get fixated on that instead of opening up our mind and going, okay, what else is possible here? So
A lot of stupid tax happening out there, but hey, learn from these stories. I don't want you to create a stupid tax story. If it hasn't happened to you yet, there is hope that you can avoid this.
learn from us.
Learn from us. So we're having fun here sharing these stupid tax stories, and we've all done it. We're not here to judge. We just want to help everyone get better, including ourselves.
That's right.
Avoid these financial mistakes.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.